wrapping up our celebrity grab bag with Bill Maher and Larry David, essentially, as Bill Maher used his closing finale season for the season, or basically, I don't know if it's a season finale or just closing up for holidays. If he's going to come back in the spring, Bill Maher and his show used this closing segment to blast Larry David, going back into the little tiff they're having about the Trump dinner because it was actually a fairly touching piece, but he used the Larry David thing, I guess, to kind of spark it off. And this is why I'm not a little big fan of Maher's comedy these days because it doesn't seem funny. Bill Maher is jumping on the bandwagon of not fighting with your relatives at Thanksgiving dinner, not fighting relatives in family time, not using this to be the super progressive in the home of the super MAGAs and causing food fights for no reason, which is not a bad thing. But this came about essentially, or at least he tied it into the tiff that Larry David sort of started, maybe with Bill Maher, after Bill Maher had dinner with Donald Trump weeks ago, and then David just basically called it dumb. So Maher called the actual back and forth dumb and childish, but basically brought it back to life and made it a big talking head going forward. So if you're looking for something to complain about by two complainers, you have Bill Maher and Larry David complaining about their Trump dinner time and all that working out there, or the headlines there. Is it relevant? Yes, it's relevant because this week is Thanksgiving and you'll be having time, spending time, and it's in back in the day, it was more cliche, more funny, more running gag that you may have a relative that was a little extra on the other side, if you will, and didn't like the way these young kids did stuff. Nowadays, it's a real big debate that comes out and very heated when a lot of things happen. There's a lot of things going on. We had some stories today about administration things that don't seem to make any sense, but they're pushing it, and people who are pushing the administration who love that guy will follow along even at the detriment of themselves. It's human nature. But Larry David and Bill Maher won't be having any sort of dinners together, but Bill Maher would like you to join in with your family, enjoy them, even if you're not enjoying so much the conversation. And if the conversation gets rough, step away, take a breath, enjoy the people while you have them, as opposed to going through the fights that we tend to have these days.